Friends, I am Lakshmi Kant. Hope you all are fine. There in this part, we start part 2, chapter Animal Kingdom. My dear. In part 1 of Animal Kingdom, I was told you about the general characteristics of animal. Right? Now, in this part here, we start the word general physiology of Animal Kingdom, my dear. So, if we concentrate here that what the general characteristics I was told you in previous lecture, that is in part 1, about the different characteristics, that is what in different characteristics of animal kingdom I was told you about, my dear, that the general characteristics, what are they? They're having their features of the body organization, level of organization I was told in previous classes. Level of organization, that is what cellular level of organization, then after the tissue level of organization, then after the organ system level of organization. Hope so. You must be remembered here that whenever I am talking about the cellular level of organization, it means that the organisms which has only best word cell. It means the only and only one phylum is be there, that is what phylum Porifera, my dear. Right? Now, in tissue level of organization, hope so you remember that in tissue level of organization, there are two phylum is there, that is Colentrata and Ctenophora, right? And organ system level of organization, not organ system, organ level of organizations, there is only one phylum, that is Platyhelminthes. And after that, organ system level of organization, that is Ascahelminthes up to Chordata, my dear. Hope so that all things is to be clear, whatever I taught in previous lecture, my dear. Now, in this part, here we start the general physiology of animal kingdom, my dear. Let's see one by one. If I'm talking about the digestive system, यदि मैं digestive system की बात करूं तो क्या है? Dear, in this very system, we know that what in a digestive system, it means what? It means what, my dear? See first. Digestive system, it means that there's some system which is responsible for make the digestion completely, and the system together, that is what known as digestive system, that is what alimentary canal along with their digestive glands. So if I'm talking about the any digestive system of animal, then here alimentary canal along with what, digestive glands, along with what, digestive glands. So if I am saying here that the alimentary canal along with the digestive glands, then it is known as what, digestive system. तो digestive system का मतलब क्लियर हो गया. जब हम लोग एलिमेंट्री कैनाल और साथ में क्या ले ले, डाइजेस्टिव ग्लैंड्स को ले ले, तो क्या कहलाएगा, डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम कहलाएगा. आप यहाँ पे देख पा रहे हो बेटा, दैट इज व्हाट एलिमेंट्री कैनाल. द एलिमेंट्री कैनाल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम वेयर, यू नो, दैट इज माउथ. Start from mouth, then what, esophagus, then that is what, esophagus, that is what, food pipe. So this one is what, esophagus, this one is esophagus, or you say what, food pipe, my dear, right? This one is food pipe, this one is what, a stomach, this one is what, a stomach, this one is what, large intestine, this one is what, large intestine, my dear, and here this one is what, a small intestine, small intestine, my dear. See, small intestine. And here this one is what, rectum, this one is the rectum, and this one is what, anus, right? So this one is the whole alimentary canal along with the what, digestive gland, then it is known as what, digestive system, my dear. Now see, if I'm talking about the digestive system, it means that the digestive system of two types. Number one, that is incomplete digestive system. Incomplete digestive system, my dear. Correct? And second one is what? Complete digestive system. What I'm saying? Complete digestive complete digestive system. Correct? So if I'm saying that the incomplete digestive system, it means that they have not the whole alimentary canal is with there. So which one is the phylum belongs to incomplete digestive system? Let's see. That is the best example is here. What? Which one is the phylum? Colentrata, Colentrata, Colentrata. Then after what? Ctenophora. Just a minute. Ctenophora, Ctenophora, and what? Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. These all are what? Incomplete digestive system. Right? Now, when I'm talking about the complete digestive system, it means what? I'm talking complete digestive system. It means that Aschelminthus, Aschelminthus up to what dear? Aschelminthus up to chordata. Aschelminthus up to what? Chordata. So here the two digestive system. One is what? Incomplete. Second one is what? Complete digestive system. So if I'm telling about the incomplete digestive system, it means that the system which is not completely alimentary canal along with the digestive glands, there is some lacking is be there. But when we're talking about the complete digestive system, it means that what? The system which has complete alimentary canal along with the digestive glands, right? So see here. Here the diagram of what? Alimentary canal, which is started from food pipe, start from the mouth, or you say the buccal cavity, and into their anus, right? So these all are what? Complete system. So here I'm saying what? Complete digestive system. Move ahead in the next, circulatory system. This one is the, so second, wait a moment, wait for a moment. When I'm talking about after the system, let's check. This one is the second, this third. Okay, this one is the circulatory system. Suppose this one is not third, this one is what? Second. Okay. See, when I'm talking about the circulatory system in animal kingdom, then see, circulatory system, it means what? Circulatory system, it means what, my dear? Let's see. Wait for a moment. This one is circulatory system. See, when I'm talking about the circulatory system, it means what? See here. In circulatory system, it means it consists of what? Blood, blood, blood vessels, blood vessels, and heart. And what? Heart. See here. So if I'm saying about the circulatory system, it means what? There are three things is with there. That is, one is what? Blood. Second one is what? Blood vessels. And third one is what? Heart, my dear. Here. So in this chapter, we study animal kingdom. No? So different types of animals is here. Okay. So this one is more interesting for you. And one is the butterflies flying, flittering. Okay. So if I'm saying the circulatory system, it means what? It consists of blood, blood vessels, and heart. This one is diagram of heart, human heart. Clear? Now, there are two types of circulatory system. Two types of circulatory system. कितने प्रकार के circulatory system है? One is, my dear, is what? Open circulatory system. One is what? Open circulatory system. And second one is what? Closed circulatory system. Second one is what? Closed circulatory system. So if I'm saying about the open circulatory system, it means what? It means that the blood doesn't passes through blood vessels, my dear, right? So if I'm saying that the organisms which do not containing any blood vessels, so that's organisms is known as what? Open circulatory system. But whenever I'm talking about the closed circulatory system, it means that what? The blood flows through blood vessels, right? And you already know the blood vessels of three types, that is artery, vein, and capillaries. Correct? Correct. So you are getting. So this one is the basic thing. So see, if I am saying about the open circulatory system, let first we discuss what open circulatory system. Then after we move ahead is closed circulatory system, right? Let's see first what open circulatory system. So in open circulatory system, what we know here, open circulatory system, it means that the blood directly bath into their bath into their body streams. Blood directly bath into body stream. Correct. So when I'm talking about the closed circulatory system, when I'm talking about what closed circulatory system, then what we say in a closed circulatory system. Wait a moment. If I'm talking about the closed circulatory system, closed circulatory system. So if I'm talking about the closed circulatory system, it means what? Blood passes through what I'm saying, blood vessels, my dear, blood vessels, right? So if the blood passes through blood vessels, then it is known as what? A closed circulatory system. Now see, in open circulatory system, here the term that you must have to remember, that is what? Anthe. If you remember this one thing, then you know what the anthe. Correct? Anthe. Here I'm reading. See what the meaning of anthe here. In anthe, A for what? A for what? Here, A for what? Arthropoda. What I'm saying? A for arthropoda. यानी किस किस में ओपन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम होगा? N for non-cephalopod, what? Mollusca, my dear, right? T stand for what? Tunicata. H stand for what? Hemichordata. And Y. E stand for what? Echinodermata. Correct? So these all five having what? Open circulatory system. Which one? Arthropoda. A for arthropoda. N for non-cephalopod mollusca. T for tunicata. H for hemichordata. And what? E for echinodermata. Correct? So these all five having what? Open circulatory system. Hope so this one is clear. So now we move ahead. In next, what we know about the skeletal system. This one is the what? Third general physiology. Okay, this one is not fourth. This one is what? Third, my dear. Right? This one is what? Clear? So see, in a skeletal system, it means that it consists of what? It consists of kidney, ureter, urinary bladder, and urethra. And what? Urethra. Altogether consists what? A excretory system. Here in this excretory system, the kidney is important excretory organ. While some other animals, they also have a skin. They also have what? Lungs. They also have what? Main excretory organ, that is what? Kidney. Correct? Let's see. So see, this one is the what? Kidney, bean shape like structure. This one is kidney. This one is the gland. This gland is known as adrenal gland. This one is what? Adrenal Gland, my dear. This one is what? Ureter, right? This one is what? Urinary bladder. This one is what? Urinary bladder, right? And this one is what? Urethra. This one is what? Urethra. Correct? Correct or not? So see, a scripture system, if I am saying about the scripture system, it means what? The system in which the system in which a removal of waste material. Removal of what? Waste material from the, तो बॉडी से क्या होना? वेस्ट मटेरियल का बाहर निकलना, किसके फॉर्म में? मेनली फॉर्म, मेनली इन नाइट्रोजेनियस वेस्ट, mainly what? Nitrogenous waste. So which one is the mainly waste? Mainly nitrogenous waste, which mainly contain what? Ammonia, NH3, and what? Urea. Correct? सही है? तो स्टेटस सिस्टम समझ में आ गया। तो अलग अलग एनिमल्स के अलग अलग हमारे क्या एक्सक्रीटरी ऑर्गन्स हैं, जो कि हम बात करेंगे उन सारे के ऊपर कि कौन कौन से ऐसे एनिमल्स हैं जो अपने एक्सक्रीटरी ऑर्गन से रिमूव करते हैं नाइट्रोजीनियस वेस्ट मटेरियल को, राइट? नाउ वी मूव अहेड, but that is the reproductive system. See, this one is what? The reproductive system. So if I'm talking about the reproductive system, it means what? What the meaning of reproductive system? Here in reproductive system, it means those organisms which give birth to young ones. Give birth to what? Give birth to young ones, my dear. So if I'm saying that the organisms which give birth to their young ones, then it is known as what? Reproduction. You know, and what the reproduction consists, my dear? You know, there are some system is be here. That is what? What the reproductive system here in the reproductive system. In a reproductive system mainly in reproductive, mainly the reproductive parts. What I'm saying, the reproductive parts which perform, what I'm saying, which perform what? Reproduction. Perform what, my dear? Reproduction, right? Wait a moment. तो ऐसे ऑर्गेनिज्म जो क्या करें? अपने जैसे बच्चे को जन्म दें. So those organisms which give birth to young ones is known as reproduction. Here in this reproductive system, mainly the reproductive parts which perform reproduction. If anybody can ask you about the types of reproduction, and what you say? Types of reproduction. If I am saying about the types of reproduction, there are two types of reproduction. You know, if you know, then give me answer in comment also. One is what? Sexual reproduction. One is what? Sexual reproduction. And second one is what? Asexual reproduction. Second one is what? Asexual reproduction, my dear. Right? So here. So in a general physiology, what I am saying here, basically the reproductive system, mainly whatever the organisms, either they are aquatic, either they are terrestrial, either they aerials, they all what reproduce their young ones. And you already know that why reproduction is essential. You know that for maintaining, or you say the continuity of life on earth, the reproduction is very essential, right? So the sort of thing is clear. But how the other organisms reproduce their young ones, this one is the question. We will discuss in details each and everything in a phylum. Up to 11 phylum we have to be study. That is phylum Porifera, Colentata, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Molluscae, Canodermata, Hemichordata, and Chorda. Right? So in this sequence we have to be study. Correct? Let's see. So if I'm saying about the reproduction, term is clear, types of reproduction term is clear. Now the point is here to be start with phylum Porifera, my dear, right? Let's see one by one and how we go ahead in this very topic. First of all, we study the general characteristics. Then after we study about the what general physiology of each and every phylum, my dear. Let's see one by one. Let's see first the word general characteristics. What I'm saying? General characteristics. Right? This one is the diagram. This one is the word diagram of a Porifera. This cycon. This one is what? This one is cycon. Correct? Let's see. What the general characteristics? Number one, A. That is habit and habitat. Habit and habitat. You know the meaning of habit and habitat? Habit means that the organisms where they survive or sustain their life. It means that the place where the living organisms at what continuity of life be possible, that very place is known as what? Habitat, my dear. So if I'm talking about the habitat of Porifera, then what we get here, see, they are sessile. What I'm saying? They are sessile. So if I'm saying here that this one is what? A sessile, it means what? See, one of the butterflies is also flying or on my table when I'm talking ना, देखो एक तितली भी जो है पढ़ाने को अपने टेबल ऊपर बैठी है. So this one is what? Butterfly. See. Correct? Now see. And one of this butterfly is also fluttering on my t-shirt also. Okay? Right there. कितना बेहतरीन एग्जाम्पल आपके सामने बैठा हुआ है कि नहीं, और मैं इसके साथ लाइव आपको पढ़ा रहा हूँ. तो दे आर व्हाट? सेसाइल. ये कैसा होता है? सेसाइल होता है. ऑल आर व्हाट माय डियर? एक्वेटिक. ऑल आर व्हाट? एक्वेटिक. जितने भी होते हैं वो सब क्या होते हैं? एक्वेटिक होते हैं. मोस्टली मैराइन. मैराइन मीन्स व्हाट? समुद्र में पाए जाते हैं. मोस्टली मैराइन एंड व्हाट? फ्रेश वाटर पाए जाएंगे. फ्रेश वाटर. ये हो गए क्या? हैबिट एंड हैबिटाट. नंबर वन. नाउ सेकेंड थिंग here is what? Level of organization. Level of organization. So if I'm talking about the level of organization, then it means what? Level of organization, it means here that cellular level of organization. What I'm saying? Cellular level of what? Cellular level of what, my dear? Organization. Very good. Now see, third one is what? If I'm saying about the germ layer, is there any germ layer here? Is there any germ layer? So here, my dear, just I'm going to clear you. No germ layer. Germ layer means what? Ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm, the three germ layer I was told in previous lecture. So no germ layer. So germ layer here is what? Germ layer is what? Absent. Now, if I'm talking about the coelomate, yani body cavity, coelom, is there any coelom? No, my dear. So coelom here is also acoelomate. Acoelomate. Acoelomate means what? It doesn't containing any body cavity. Acoelomate, na? So that's why I'm saying. Now, if anybody can ask you about the body plan, because in previous part I was told you about the body plan, है ना? यदि आपने उस पार्ट को नहीं देखा है तो आप जाकर देख लीजिए, क्लियर हो जाएगा सारा कंसेप्ट. तो बॉडी प्लान क्या है? व्हाट इज बॉडी प्लान हियर? सेलुलर एग्रीगेशन. सेलुलर aggregation, my dear. Correct? Cellular aggregation. So body plan is what? Cellular aggregation. Now if anybody can ask you about the symmetry, see what I'm saying? Symmetry. if I'm saying about the symmetry, then what mostly is what asymmetrical. Mostly is what asymmetrical. You know meaning of asymmetrical? If we cut from any plane, then it does not divide into unequal halves. Asymmetrical. Now, if anybody can ask you about the what, but some are radial symmetrical is here. Here are the some examples. But the segmentation, what about the segmentation? Segmentation. Is there any segmented body? No. Definitely no. Definitely no. Absent. Right? Now, if anybody can ask you about the notochord, I was told in previous class, notochord is what totally absent. So learn in this way. Learn in this way. If anybody can ask you about the general characteristics of phylum Porifera, then what you say? Habitat first, level of ordination second, germ layer, coelom, body plan, symmetry, segmentation, and notochord. In this way, you have to say. So, if I'm saying about the general characteristics of phylum Porifera, then what I'm saying here? I'm saying here, my dear, that they are sessile. They are sessile. They are aquatic, mostly marine and freshwater. Freshwater, it means what? Some little bit there found what freshwater, but most of the phylum Porifera belongs to marine, my dear, right? Now, second thing, that is level of organism. Which level we put phylum Porifera? You know, because this one is so primitive organisms, it cannot be found in any other file, any other level of organism. They only belongs to where? On a cellular level of organism. It means that they have only content. If I'm saying about the word germ layer, then what you say? Is there any germ layer? No, my dear. Here, germ layer is totally absent, right? If I'm saying about the coelom, it means what? Coelom is what? Acoelom. Their body cavity is absent, is totally here. Now, the body plan, if I'm saying that the cellular aggregation. Cellular aggregation means what? They have what? Cell clearing. Mainly, they have cell, not the further divisions. Symmetry, there is mostly asymmetrical in nature. If we cut, then it doesn't divide any equal parts. Segmentation absent, notochord is absent. Now, next thing here, what we should have to know. Next thing, my dear, here to be know that see about the physiology. What I'm saying here, that is very important to know here, my dear. What physiology? So if I'm saying about the physiology, then what I'm saying, my dear, see first, number one is what? Digestion. What I'm saying? Digestion, dear. Wait a moment. Digestion. So if I'm saying about the digestion, then what the digestion? Here, digestive system is what? Absent. Digestive system is what? Absent, my dear, right? Number one. Number two is here is what? And what type of digestion if it is be there? Then it is what? Intracellular. Wait a moment. Intracellular. Right? Now, next here is what? Respiration. What the respiration, my dear? See, if I'm saying about the respiration of phylum Porifera, then here respiratory system is also absent. Respiratory system is what, my dear? Absent. Right? No. What the third one is, my dear? Circulation. If anybody can ask you about the circulation, then what you say? Circulatory system is also absent because not well defined. Na? Circulatory system is also absent, my dear. Right? Now, if I'm saying about the excretion, removal of waste material, there is no any system for removal of waste material. Excretory system is absent. Excretory system is what? Absent, my dear. Clear? Now, if anybody can ask you about the nervous system, then what you say? Nervous system is also absent. Nervous system is also absent. Here Nothing is nervous system is here. Okay. Now, if anybody can ask you about the reproduction, six general characters, physiology, what the reproduction is here. So here the reproduction is what sexes are not separate. Sexes are not separate, my dear. It means both male and female sexes are here. Sexes are not separate. If I'm saying that the sexes are not separate, it means what? They are both sexes are marked. Clear? It means what? I'm talking about bisexual. It means what? I'm talking about monoecious. Correct? So these all are what the physiology of animal kingdom idea. Correct? So let's see if anybody can ask you about the fertilization. What do you say? What the fertilization of phylum Porifera? Here you say fertilization is what? Internal. Which one fertilization? Internal fertilization is here. Now, if anybody can ask you about the development, then what the development you say here? Indirect development. Indirect development. If I'm saying the indirect development, it means what? Passes through larval. Passes through. इसके through larval. Correct? 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 Example. What the example of phylum Porifera, my dear? You all know that. Here are the some example. That is what Cycon, Euspongia, Euspongia, Euspongia. After what? Spongilla. Spongilla. Correct? These all are the phylum of what? My dear, Porifera. Right? Clear? Clear? Now, one thing is very important to know here, my dear, that what the basically. See, if I'm making a diagram of phylum Porifera, let's see. I'm making the diagram of phylum Porifera. See here. So what I'm making here, I'm making what? Phylum Porifera. ORBL. In this way, the port. Correct? See, here is the bigger opening. Here I am drawing. Here is what? Bigger opening. Correct? So here, if I'm saying this one the bigger opening, this one is what? Ossiculum. This one is what? Ossiculum. Correct? And this one is what? Onacoder. Here the two, that is what? Outer, that is pinacoder. This one is what? Pinacoder. And this one is what? Onacoder. Onaco. Correct? And inside there is what? A flagella. Here is this one is what? A flagella. This one is what? Flagellum. This one is what? This one is what? Flagellum. Here I'm going to write. This one is what? Flagella. which help in locomotion and the movement. Here, the minute opening from where the water goes inside the cavity, this is known as what? Ostium. This one is what? Ostium, right? So see, if I'm saying about the conacoderm, it means what? Choanocytes. क्या हो गया? Choanocytes. And this choanocytes is basically is what? Flagella. If it is flagella, then it's what? Motile. If a flagella is not, non-motile. Right? Hope so. This phylum is clear. So phylum Porifera up to end. Okay. So next part, dear, we start phylum Colentrata. Correct? Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Have a nice day. Next we meet in part third. Correct?